This guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Stills the intended target. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Hayes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there, a 22.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On first down, Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Allen throwing on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Going to try and throw on third down to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Over. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
The drive will commence with a run by Balazs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's go.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Jones on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On the stop was T.J. McDonald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Allen now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Tannehill. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Here's a run with Ballage, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They run it with Ballage. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run with Ballage. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. Over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is incomplete here. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Quinn in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. So now here come the Dolphins. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
20.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go. That's 20.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And it's caught over the middle, Wilson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Balaj. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Detroit! Detroit!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. A first throw for the backup Osweiler. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a handoff for Drake, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now Balaj. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Back to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the give, this is Drake. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
He's back to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Gone.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey. Four down. Gone.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play. And I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on 4th down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks